Hey everybody, it's Chris back with another review for the Blue Collar Beer Gourmet. Tonight I'm going to be reviewing the absolute last of the clearance bottles that I picked up at Lee's Discount Liquor. Tonight is the 16.9 ounce bottle of Mozart Vienna style lager from Rinkuskiai brewery. Okay, so this is out of Lithuania. The name of the brewery is actually in Cyrillic up here at the top. If you can see, don't know how well that's showing up, but right above his head there's some Cyrillic up there. I'm guessing that's the name of the brewery because the brewery does not appear otherwise on here, and it just says Mozart Vienna style lager. There does have an ABV of 5.3, but it doesn't have a brewed on date, and it does say that this was in fact brewed in Lithuania. This 100% malt little tag flippy thing here, that was on there when I bought it, and I paid $1.99 for this. So anyway, we're gonna try Lithuanian Vienna style lager, and I decided I'm anxious to use my new glass. This, I know it's an IPA glass. It's not designed for Vienna lagers. I get that, and normally, you know, I like to stick with the proper glassware. But this is actually a glass from the Tenaya Creek, and this is Tony and I were at their Tuesday night pint night. Deal with this is we paid $6 for this. It came full of beer, and every time you go up to the bar and order an in-house beer with this for $3, you get it filled on Tuesday nights. So anyway, pint night at Tenaya Creek. If you're in Vegas on a Tuesday night, I definitely recommend checking it out. So let's get to this Vienna style lager. I'm going to see if maybe the cap here says, yeah, lots of, not Cyrillic, but it's not English, so, and that did not pop off with my pop the top opener from Taza Designs. However, I will show it to you. It is in perfect condition. That would be just fine for your wall mounts. That also has some of the information about the brewery, but Rinkuskiai is, I guess. I mean, I'm probably butchering that horribly, and I apologize to any of my Lithuanian viewers out there for how horribly. I'm sure it probably hurts your ear to hear me butchering your language like that, and I do apologize. But let's pour this and see what we got going. This 100% malt Vienna style lager from Lithuania. Well, as you can see, the head is rather strong. This poured out almost an amber color. The only other Vienna lager I've had is actually Tenaya Creek's Oktoberfest this year is a Vienna. Even though if you look it up on Untapped, it's actually listed as Marzen this year. It's not a Marzen. It's a Vienna lager. Trust me, I was there the other day, and I was discussing this very thing with Katie. But anyway, this has a very persistent head. This head is not going anywhere, and it's nice and foamy and creamy, and I am getting a lot of yeast. Boy, those Eastern Europeans, man, they love that yeast. I'm quickly finding that out. So, anyway, yeah, I'm getting mostly yeast, a little bit of fruit content from like maybe fruity malt of some variety. But anyway, hell, let's give it a shot, shall we? Yeah, I'm not crazy about that. In fact, I'm wondering if maybe this, you know what? I think this was actually a good beer that got, I think something happened to this beer. I think this is old beer, and this got skunked. Because the thing is, I want to like this. There's part of my tongue that is actually enjoying this. And another part that's just not liking it at all. And I think that's the deal. I think I got skunked beer. Well, you know, this is a learning process for all of us. And what I have learned is do not buy clearance beer at Lee's Total Liquor. Sorry, guys. I mean, I love you, Lee's, and your Sin City people, and every year you'll find Tony and me at the Lee's Beer and Tequila Experience. But I gotta say, every single bottle I got off clearance from you guys just at least was, I don't know what to tell you. I'm actually going to recommend this, even though I'm not going to give it a particularly high score on Untapped. I'm not even sure I'm going to score it on Untapped, to be honest with you, because I don't think I'm getting good beer. I think I'm getting, and see, this is, yeah, this beer has gone skunk. And I think this could be a good beer. I think I could enjoy this beer, actually, if this hadn't gone skunk. But that's what happened. Got exposed to light or heat or something, and or it's just too damn old and should have been poured out instead of sold. But I got to tell you, Lees, I'm not particularly happy with you. I'm not happy with your... I'm not happy with the way you handle your tastings lately, and I'm not happy with... this clearance stuff. I mean, sometimes you have to just bite the bullet and throw stuff away instead of try and sell it for 99 cents. And all in all, I feel like I wasted about $10 on that trip. $10 where it pretty much just went down the drain, and that's where it belonged. And so, you know, I try, everybody who watches this knows I try very hard to be positive about this. And be as positive as I can, and I'm being positive about the beer. I think this is probably a good beer. I would be more than willing to try this beer again if I didn't get a skunked bottle. But I'm not happy about my latest purchases at Lee's. And to be honest with you, it's going to be a while before you hear me buying any more beer at Lee's. Everything that you're going to see coming up in the coming days, most of it came from Total Wine, and I'm going to try to make a trip over to Top Shelf and see if maybe they've got some discounts that I need to pick up. But you know, if it's not fresh beer, don't waste your money at Lee's. So that bums me out. Bums me out that I'm saying that about Lee's, but you brought this on yourself, Lee's. You did. And I'm not crazy. Like I said, I don't like I'm not going to go into the boring details here on the tastings, but suffice to say they're not handling the tastings correctly, and they're not handling, well, I don't think they handled security correctly at all at the last Beer and Tequila Experience, but I'm not going to go into the gory details of that. I tweeted about that. And I don't think you try and sell anything. You know, sometimes I've worked in food and beverage. It happens. Sometimes something goes rotten and you throw it out. You don't try and sell it at a discount to customers when you know perfectly well it's not any good. And that beer, the one beer that I pulled out that was almost 2 years old, I'm just wondering how much older the rest of this stuff is comparatively. That's not cool, Lees. Sorry. Gonna have to give you a big thumbs down on that one. But I am gonna suggest, if you like Vienna lagers, I'm gonna suggest you try this. And if I come across this again and it's not too terribly expensive, I'm gonna grab it. Until then, enjoy good beer, don't break the bank doing it, and don't get ripped off either. Night, everybody.